Are you unequally yoked? In the episode of Drop Stones that came out today, we talk about being unequally yoked and what it meant. And what it meant to us in the Christian faith, how it was always talked about this unequalness in faith, where you don't want to find yourself in a relationship. Try to stay away from being unequally yoked in a relationship. Be in the same faith, be in the same mindset, because it would be an extra burden upon you, how you'd have to live your life and be extra... just have extra Christian fortitude to live and be the example to your unbelieving partner in your relationship. And how this led to this just separation in a relationship and this self-aggrandizement on, I have to be so much better than this person because I'm the one that's carrying the spiritual burden here. And in this, we started talking about how this kind of led to relationships that would be pretty much considered Christian inbreeding, where you're discouraged from looking out because you'd be unequally yoked, and that's so burdensome and so hard to be in a relationship like that. And it's dangerous because you could get influenced by that unbelieving partner and pull you away. And this inbreeding inside the Christian faith of just stay inside, and you've seen what it's led to over centuries of only marry inside this group and only follow inside this group. It's led to a faith that has two heads and disabilities of all sorts of just the way it's taught and understood and learned. It's been unpure because it's been unchallenged. It hasn't been clean in its reproduction of it over the years. It stayed within itself. And that kind of led us into a political path on how we got to this Red Hat Club now running things where it's just this inbreeding of thought, where when you don't allow yourself to get out of this bubble of thought and information and only accept what is allowed to be taught through confirmation bias and only accepting people of the same ilk to teach you and learn from, you become polluted, and just it's not a good offspring that comes from it. And we see that today with the political alignment that's going on, that this isn't a good or healthy. It's a bastardized reproduction of inbreeding from thought. And we've seen it in Christian faith through thousands of years. We're seeing it through politics now, where this lack of diversity really pollutes and corrupts what is spawned from it. And I think when we start looking at unequally yoked as this just being this faithful thing, instead of actually looking at what it was as sharing burden in life itself and being able to train up and work with each other through differences and get through that, when you sit there and just concentrate on it being the only thought process and the only thing allowed, it perverts the way you're going to end up thinking about things in the long run.